Alright, let's get this show on the road. About to start invading Africa. Our colonies can expand without repercussion because our colonies don't face the aggressive expansion that we have. Oh, you know, having fun. Uh, currently, you know, making some gains. I finally got my government capacity, overflow, crushed down through 8 billion courthouses. How's it going? Yeah, you used to have so much over governing capacity, it wasn't funny. 100+% to aggressive expansion is not fun to expand with. Sure, I picked truth. Sorry to hear that, man. I hope it's going. Hope it gets better for you. Everything okay? Yeah. I always have the mindset of even if everything is bad, tomorrow is another day. Eventually, things will get better at some point because it can't always stay the same. I'm guessing it's another tale of personal drama in terms of other people. something. Life has the chance to surprise you. I've actually had, like, when I have been in my lowest point of life, something happens that, like, just makes it better without either me realizing at the current second or the current time, but I realize in retrospection that my life has gotten better. Yeah. For that one, it's more of I don't know what to say, because I've had my own battles with the mind, and every battle is utterly unique from my observations of other people. No person can be the same, or no advice can truly help. Not even the same drugs can help people. Even if they have the similar sort of symptoms and or illnesses. All that I can really say on that front is it takes a lot to fight with your own mind to make your mind better, and it might take a lifetime. No, it's good to, like, if you ever want to share, it's fine by me. It's good to talk with somebody, even if you don't even know them. I've actually had a lot of help mentally by people doing that, like, to me and then with me, because I have talked to people and mentally gone over and reevaluated. It's completely fine by me. I can only ever offer really general advice in a lot of these sort of situations, because tailoring advice to someone takes a lot of time in terms of understanding every sort of problem someone has and actually having an action plan to move forward. All I can really say to you is, well, there has been a lot of times in my life I've wanted to just purely give up and just not be here. Like, in terms of life. And I have always been able to muster up the willpower to continue forward, as my father has always said. It does not matter if you fall 1,000 times, as long as you keep getting back up. And that's just been the motto, is keep getting back up no matter what. Keep moving forward, because stopping here now means I'm okay with being where I'm at. And even if it's just an inch forward, I'd rather keep going an inch by inch than stopping where I hate to be at. I truly hope for you everything gets better. Everything starts improving, even if it's little by little. Another advice that I've always gotten is don't look at the surroundings of where you're at. Look at the small increment improvements that you can try to do. Because eventually, if you collect enough grains of sand, you will build a sandcastle. Yeah, life has a funny way of doing that. There's a certain many actions and people I've met that if I had been a minute late or just not talked to a certain person, I would have never met them. Yeah, I used to have problems with being in a crowd or being with crowds. It took a very long time to even remotely get to a position where I'm okay with big social interaction. I still kind of feel uncomfortable. So I also have only recently even got onto social media at all. I used to just record for YouTube because I kind of just got inspired by other YouTubers like that I watched to upload and share what I do. Sorry that happens to you when there's too many people. Well, I hope everything gets better for you. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I've had to talk to a lot of people about serious topics. Only one person in my life or that I've met has almost drove me to a mental breakdown from their problems. So don't worry about that. You're 100% fine. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. No tariffs. No tariffs. Mm. Other passions outside of you for gaming wise, I play basically almost everything in terms of simulation and or other Paradox games. Outside of that, my other passion is space. I like going and looking up stuff about space. Sci-fi movies dealing with space. I used to watch a lot of Star Trek, Star Wars, basically anything space-wise. From Starship Troopers, just anything space. Other than that, I have a passion in zombie movies. Zombie movies I like because of the social dynamic of what is happening. Like early zombie movies, late zombie movies, I just do not care about. Like if like they're 20 years later, like there's like I don't care. And that, and I watch a lot of YouTube. I recently started listening to, because I think they're called Menwas, and there's like an AI voice thing that just reads the entire thing, and I could just listen to that for hours without even looking at the screen. Because half the time it's barely even saying exactly what's happening. It's almost sometimes it even makes its own story up. And when I was young, I used to have a very big passion for trains. Don't really care about trains that much, other than when I'm playing like a strategy game. I like using or like a strategy economic game. I like using trains a lot, even when I probably shouldn't. Other than that, that's I think most of my passions. Space, watching gaming YouTube. Other than a general usual, I am fascinated by Mars because it is one of the one of the places I theoretically could go to in my lifetime that is not Earth, that I could go to in a suit. and have an atmosphere to like walk around in, even though I wouldn't be able to ever take off the suit. Because the moon doesn't have an atmosphere, and you get hit by a tiny frickin' rocket 8 million miles an hour. Other than that, I'm just kind of fascinated in just space in general. And theories about how certain aspects of space travel, the theories on what actually happens in life right now, like other life and what they're actually doing, from the Fermi's paradox to that one Chinese dude, because I can't remember what he talked about. Can't remember what he even called it, like the Hunter's Paradigm or something, where that there are other lives out there, but they hide themselves fearing other life. And the second they see other life, they just nuke it into non-existence. Because Mars is the only one I really like think about in terms of feasibility of colonization and or living on it. Other than that, there's also Europa. There's the ice colony. Like, let's say Earth gets completely, like, obliterated, nuclear fallout, whatever. If I had the choice between going to Mars and living on the surface of Mars or going to Europa and living in an underwater colony, I'd probably pick Europa. Because at least I would drown over suffocation. And or... I feel like there's a lot more that could go wrong on Mars than it could on Europa. Also, the access to water is just like an overpowered buff compared to Mars, where basically water is near non-existent. Because from what I know, like, the moon has, like, maybe there's theoretically a 0.111111, like, 0.0, like, 8 billion zeros and, like, a 1 in terms of atmosphere, but, like, I don't think there's an actual gaseous atmosphere around the moon. I do not remember anything about that in terms of there being one. So I'm pretty confident to say the moon, like most moons, do not have atmospheres due to the lack of enough gravity to hold the gases. The gases, because remember how it works is that there's some components to keeping an atmosphere in place. One is the gravity, and two is the electromagnetic field. And the moon has not really either. So the sun kind of blows away the atmosphere with its particles and gravity and all that wonderful scientific terminology. And the reason why Mars has an atmosphere is it has enough gravity to hold the gases nearby, even though it lost like 90% of its gases whenever its core died. Europa has an ice sheet holding all of its water. That's the main thing. Keeping all of its water on the surface of Europa. And also it's farther away from the sun. And the only reason why there is liquid water in Europa that we can guesstimate is because of Jupiter crushing down on it so hard to cause actual core activity in a moon. Because most moons, after they are formed, because I remember from my classes, they lose their interior heat because they are too small to keep it. I know that because I don't know, I don't, because I never finished all of that schooling on planets, and I don't know how our core stays or theoretically stays in operation. I'm guessing it's something to do with like how Jupiter crushes the moon, so maybe the sun crushes us to keep the core active. Or maybe it's just the size of Earth. No, I have to look it up. No. Bad natives. You don't get to attack my colonies. Other than that, I know the asteroid belt is apparently going to be a pain in the ass for anything for us to do past Mars. Trying to think of anything else space related that I know about. Oh yeah, whenever we figure out fusion, or is it fission? It's fission is the current thing, fusion is the new hotness in terms of power generation. There's a bunch of helium-3, I think it's called, and that is like what's thought to be the fuel for fusion, and it has enough power to power the Earth. There's enough deposits in the moon to power the Earth for like several, I think it's hundreds of years or several thousand years, just at our current capacity of power usage. Um... Because the only thing I know so far, and the only initiatives to even remotely go into space, has been from Elon. Because he eventually wants to create a colony on Mars. Which, understandable. Corporate interest and all that. Are you fucking kidding me?